everyone, my name is Shauna in case you don't...
What the...
I don't know what that was. Anyways, my name is Shauna in case you don't know, and today I'm going to be doing the reading habits tag. I'm not sure who created this tag. When I tried to figure out who created it, I couldn't come up with any creator. However, if you know who created this tag, feel free to link them down in the comment section below. As the title suggests, this is going to be a tag where there's questions regarding my reading habits. There's 11 questions, so let's crack on into this. The first question is, do you have a certain place at home for reading? Yeah, I do. You know, my place for where I read changes every couple of years. Currently, it is downstairs on the couch with this one particular lamp above my head because my priorities for reading is I have to be sitting somewhere where my back is supported, so I have to be leaning against something. In this case, I'm leaning against the back of the couch, and then I have to have really good lighting so there's no shadows on my book, and that's the perfect spot right now to have no shadows. However, this could change in the future. In the past, my reading spots have been like in the bath. Like I've gone through phases where I just read in the bath, and I've gone through phases where I sit on my ground leaning up against my mattress. I say mattress because I don't have a bed frame. Long story for that, but yeah, sometimes I will lean up against my mattress and read my book in my room. Question number 2, bookmark or random piece of paper? Random piece of paper. I have this thing lately where I really like it when whatever I'm using as a bookmark like fits within the confines of the page, like so that it's not sticking out. So I've just been using little pieces of paper that can like fit in there, that when I go to read the book it'll like pop open to the page I'm on, but it won't like stick out the top or the bottom. I don't know why, it's just a weird thing that I've been really into lately. So like currently I'm using a sticker as my bookmark instead of an actual bookmark. Number 3, can you just stop reading or do you have to stop after a chapter / a certain amount of pages? I have to stop after a chapter. I generally try to read 50 pages a day, but when it comes to chapters, I have to stop at the end of a chapter, so sometimes I read less than 50 pages, sometimes I read more. Now, books that have like 100-page chapters are actual hell for me to read, and I suffer through them. And if I know in advance that a book has really long chapters, I push off reading it until like the very last minute, or like it's just not high on my TBR. Now, when it comes to audiobooks though, I'm completely fine stopping in the middle of a chapter because when you read it out loud, it takes longer to get through each one. So like while I could read 50 pages in 2 hours, reading it out loud would take much longer, if that makes any sense. Question number 4, do you eat or drink while reading? Sort of, not really. I don't eat food. I know I've talked about this before on my channel, but like I can't eat solid food, so I'm just currently drinking stuff right now, and I try to drink like in between chapters. I don't like to keep drinking while I'm in the middle of reading a chapter. I just get like condensation on my fingers and then I touch the book and then there's condensation on the book, so I'm like very cautious about trying to keep my books in pretty good condition. So I generally try to avoid drinking anything while I'm reading. Question number 5, multitasking, music or TV while reading? Yes for multitasking, but not music or TV. It has to be something that is completely, what's the word for it? Like it doesn't have increases and decreases in volume and pitch and stuff. So what I do is I listen to orange noise. This is another thing that I go through like phases with which noises I prefer. Like I went through a long phase where I listened to just airplane noises, and I've gone through phases where I listen to brown noise and pink noise, but currently orange noise is my favorite. In case you don't know, there's this thing called white noise. Most people know what white noise is. However, white noise is unbearable to me, but there is a whole array of different colors of noises, and they all have different like pitches and different like variations of the like staticky noise, and orange noise is one that's soothing to me, and it's the one that I listen to while I'm reading. The thing about like music and TV is that I feel like when I'm listening to those, I'm too sucked into listening to them and trying to figure out like what's happening. Even like instrumental music, I'm really sucked into them, trying to listen to them and having fun with them. So generally, like I have to allot TV time to doing nothing else while I'm doing that. And with music, I can do other things while I'm doing it, but it has to be mindless things. So like I can listen to music while playing a game on my phone, but I can't listen to music while like reading or while doing anything else, even relatively important. Number 6, one book at a time or several at once? One book at a time. I used to be someone who would read several books at once. However, I realized that when I was reading several books at once, I wasn't finishing the books at any reasonable time. So in a period of like 3 months, if I were reading 3 books at once, I would finish like 1 book at the end of 3 months. like just it's more productive to read one book at a time for me because I just hate going through such long periods where I haven't finished any book, and that's what happens when I read several books at once. Question number 7, reading at home or everywhere? Reading at home. There's too much noise outside of my home. I have to read at home. I do sometimes read in hotel rooms, but I like can't read on public transport. Wait, is that the right word? Yeah, I think it's public transportation. There we go. My brain wasn't working. I can't read like at a coffee shop or anything like that. Question number 8, reading out loud or silently in your head? Silently in my head. I've discovered recently that when I read out loud, I'm not like taking in and processing what I'm reading, and so I can like remember things better and like think deeper about them if I read silently in my head as opposed to reading out loud. And also, I live with other people, so I'm not going to be reading out loud because I don't want other people to hear what I'm reading, if that makes any sense. My cat keeps playing with a cardboard box. I'm trying to get her to stop, but if you hear a noise, she's playing with a cardboard box. I don't know why. It doesn't even have the tape on the box anymore, but she likes it. Question number 9, do you read ahead or even skip pages? I don't purposely read ahead, but I am a big fan of like counting how many pages I have left in a chapter. So because of that, I end up seeing spoilers a lot before I get to that point. Like, I am currently reading Life and Death. I'll be finished with it by the time that this video is uploaded. However, I like flipped through to count how many pages I had left in the chapter, and I like spoiled the big plot twist at the end. So like, I'm not purposely reading ahead, but I'm accidentally catching spoilers ahead. Question number 10, breaking the spine or keeping it like new? I prefer to keep it like new, however, I don't care. I prioritize comfort, and if it is more comfortable to hold a book with the spine cracked, then the spine is going to be cracked. But if it is a good floppy book that can be flopped open without cracking the spine and feel comfortable in my hands, I don't feel the need to crack the spine. I hate that when people take a book and it's like brand new and they purposefully crack the spine. I'm like, no! If it happens while you're reading it, fine, but why would you like purposefully crack the spine just to torture people with your weird behavior? And the final question is question number 11, do you write in your books? Generally no. If it's a textbook, yeah. So like, this is my current textbook. I'm taking a course that's training me to be a writing center tutor. It's just required for my degree. I can't actually become a writing center tutor because I don't have the energy to do that. But anyways, like, this is the type of stuff that I'll do when I write in books, so it's more like underlining as opposed to like writing my thoughts on the side. And if I were to like write my thoughts on the side of like books that aren't textbooks, it would just be like, wow, oh my gosh, crying, WTF. It would be like ridiculous nonsense. So yeah, I write in textbooks, but I don't write in normal books, which I don't know if it's good to write in textbooks or not, because textbooks are expensive, and if you don't write in them, you can sell them back. So I can't sell my textbooks back, but like, I feel like I retain the information from the textbooks better if I underline, and also textbooks are so boring that I have to like do something to keep myself more engaged with the textbook. So this was all for the reading habits tag. I hope all of you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me. If you haven't already, all of my other social media will of course be linked down in the description below. If you haven't done this tag yet and you make book related videos, I tag you to do this tag. All of the tag questions will be down in the description below. I upload videos twice a week, so my next video will be uploaded this Friday. I hope to see all of you there for that video, and until next time, goodbye!